Morning, guys. Welcome back to a new video. I left you in the last one getting dropped off by Jared right there. I still can't believe he was willing to add 2 hours onto his already long day to take me all the way to the trailhead and to skip 12 miles of road walk, 7 of which I had already done last Sunday walking to the bus stop, so I would have had to double back and do it again this morning had I taken the bus like I planned. So today my backpack is very full and I haven't hiked in a week, so and we're going straight up. So not straight up, but we're going at least 3,000 feet to the next water source. So I'm gonna take it slow and easy today and just let my body just really ease into the trail. So yeah, I'm excited to be back on trail. I'm feeling a lot better. My all my blisters have healed. You know, I still have my heel pain when I wake up in the morning and some arch pain, but I've got a lot of KT tape and assistance for that kind of stuff, hopefully. So yeah, I have full water and I believe it's 12 miles to the next water source. And I still haven't decided whether I'm doing the Mount Taylor alternate. I'm gonna just let my body tell me what I want to do when I get there, because as you guys have seen in my previous videos, I am not a huge fan of going up, so we'll see. And especially since I saw it from the tramway in freaking Albuquerque from 100 miles away or whatever it was. I don't know, we'll see. So regardless, I'll still be up at elevation, so I'll still be around 10,000 feet, even if I don't do the Mount Taylor alternate. So, welcome back. Here we go. A little over 200 miles to Colorado. Glacially this morning. I'm only at 1.7. I've been walking for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm really taking it slow. I wasn't kidding. I'm also doing like this switchback, so I've been looking at the same view for the last almost 2 miles. It's very jarring to be like, how far have I gone? I keep looking at the same thing. It only feels like half a mile. It's really pretty though. And I'm glad for the switchback so that it's not just like pure up first thing in the morning. So that's been nice. I am about 2 miles up and Mount Taylor is in full view. We're getting closer. I think it's another 8 miles until the alternate, something like that. So, time to think about it. Well, we are at 9.2 and it is 3 o'clock. I just talked to Jared and he's already made it back to Oklahoma at this time, which is so funny. Like, I've made it 9 miles and he's made it through 3 states. Cars are crazy. Yeah, I got my period today, so I am tired, I am bloated, I'm cramping. Yeah, which really sucks, because what I was telling him was if I felt better and my pack was going to be a little lighter, I could really be flying, because the terrain has been pretty good today. It's been like a slow, gradual up. But yeah, I just don't have it in me today, so I'm taking it easy. And I'm almost out of water. I'm very thirsty. I'm about 1.5 miles to the trough, which is on the purple line, which is the Mount Taylor alternate. So I guess I will be starting the Mount Taylor alternate today. And I'm probably going to try and camp around there and just call it an early day and get some good rest tonight And maybe if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I'll get up early and try to summit by sunrise. That way I can be back to the CDT by, mid-morning where there's more water. And if I don't feel up to it, I'll just backtrack about a mile and get back on the red line and just stay the course. But yeah, it's over there in the distance. It's just been a lot of this more kind of short, shrubby type forest today. Nothing super glamorous. So I haven't really gotten a ton of footage today. But yeah, that's the mid-afternoon update. Going slow and steady. How do you get in there? Starting to see what I believe are aspens, because they have these creepy eyeball notches. Super cool, different trees, yay! Well, I'm on the Mount Taylor alternate. It's only 4 miles to the summit, but I don't have it in me tonight, so I just stopped for dinner at that water trough, and the water was clear and lovely and cold. Took a little extra with me, and now my goal is, I think, right now we're on a road, a jeep road, and I think to get to the top it turns into a trail somewhere. So my goal is just to get to the trail so I don't have to camp on this road, and pitch my tent and get some tree coverage, because there's supposed to be rain and maybe a thunderstorm this evening. It's looking a little cloudy. So yeah, met a lovely girl from Germany and talked to her for a little bit. She was really nice. It's been a good day given what I'm dealing with, but I'm definitely tired. So yeah, ready to stop soon. Good evening. I made it to camp. I stopped at that last water trough once I figured out how to get in there. And I ate dinner. I had Backpacker's Pantry risotto with chicken, which I think maybe is new, or I've never had it, but it was sublime. It tastes like chicken noodle soup. It was so good. And yeah, filled up water. I was kind of looking at the map. I'm only 3 miles from the summit, but there's supposed to be bad weather tonight. Not bad weather, but there's a chance of thunderstorms at like 2 a.m. There's rain from like 10 to 2. Just like, I don't want to deal with all that. Like, the higher up you go, the more dangerous it gets. So, and I'm too tired to go all the way up there tonight. So, I got off that Jeep road that I told you guys about, and then found a spot that is semi-flat, and I've just been doing all the nightly routine things. I'm having my chamomile tea. I'm going to try and get to sleep early, because I'm going to try to get up early depending on the weather, because I really want to summit before like it gets blistering hot at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we will see. I'm a little over 9,000 feet of elevation. I think the summit's like 11,300 or something like that, so it's not too much crazy up over the next 3 miles, but well, I'll say that. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a good day back on trail, and yeah, I'm feeling good overall. Just want to get some sleep tonight and rest and let my body go through what it needs to go through. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, good early morning, good early and high morning. I am now above 10,000 feet of elevation, so highest I've been so far. I think way down there is Grant, and that's where I've come from in the background. So yeah, you got a little far out. It had me down in that ravine full of beautiful ascents, and it said I was way off trail, and I'm like, I was on trail forever, and then now we're back up on this trail. I don't know, I just had to climb out of a ravine next to a bull, so that's how this trail goes. I'm trying to get it done because the sun is now officially risen, so it's just gonna keep getting warmer. Slept good. I went to bed at like 7:45 and got up about 5:15, and I am now hiking myself up this mountain. So I decided to do it because I stayed on top of my Tylenol last night, so I'm feeling good in that department. So let's get it. We just crested the top, which was really awesome. It's really beautiful. There's no wind, so it's really lovely up here. So it's cool, but the sun is warm. It took me a little over 2 hours to do that, which I'm not surprised. I'm slow always, especially going uphill. Yeah, beautiful views, and now I've got to kind of book it as fast as I can downhill because this is going to be a bigger day for me, hopefully, and you know, we've technically only gone 3 miles and it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to try to make better time on the way down, but really gratifying to hit this mile marker, especially being day 2 on my period. So I feel like women should get that extra reward like I talked about last month. So anyway, it's exciting. Oh my gosh, it's snow. That is wild. It like took me a second. I was like, what is this? It's snow. How exciting. Wow. Cute. Okay, so we are on this Forest Service road. I am not on the purple and I am not on the red. The purple kind of like went way out to then come back around, and it was going to be like another 10 miles. And this Forest Service road goes straight down and reconnects back with the CDT. I think by the end of the day it'll end up being the same mileage because this is about 2 miles down, and then I will still have 8 miles to get back to where the purple and the red meet, which again, that'll end up being 10 miles. So just a different way. I have no idea what's in store for the rest of the red. I don't know if it's Jeep roads or what. It kind of seems like it's going to be. I don't know. I'm sure the views were really pretty because that trail kind of wound, is that the word? Wounded? I have a degree in journalism. That's embarrassing. So anyway, the trail went on the other side of that mountain where there was like all these big radio towers, which was hilarious because I had no service. So I guess AT&T doesn't contract any of those towers up there. But anyway, it went around those, so I'm sure it would have been pretty. I don't know, that was a lot of up this morning, so it's nice to kind of just go down for a little bit. And then I don't know what the elevation profile is for the next, section of CDT that I get to here in a minute. But that's the choice I made. So I'm very glad that I downloaded the U.S. Forest Service topo map and far out so that I can see these alternate little roads and stuff that you can take. So far, so good. It's a nice, well-graded road, just going down. Okay, now to figure out how to get back there. I was able to crawl through that fence and got this delicious cold spring water. So you can always tell the quality of the water based on how fast it flows through your filter. And she's flowing. Because last night, even though that water was also good quality, like we had to scoop out of the trough, so there was just like some stuff floating in it and everything. So this is going pretty well. And then I'm having, for a change, I'm doing Peak Refuel. I found them at REI the other day. I've had them before, but usually they're just like, they're so heavy because they're made for 2 people and they have a ton of calories. Anyway, the biscuits and gravy were calling to me the other day, and I'm very glad that I did it because it's 1,100 calories and I've already done 3,000 feet of elevation gain. I'm only 10.5 miles in today, so I figured I need some calorie assistance. Yeah, stopping for lunch and this delicious cold water break. Look how pretty these campsites are. It's near like a dirt road, so I guess you can get back here with a 4-wheel drive, but so pretty. Like this whole area is just like this really beautiful grassy knoll kind of thing. Super glad that there are these water caches. Very happy to come across them because, as I've said, the water sources in this section are a little sketchy, so looks like there's still some left in that one, which is in the shade, so that's good. $18.62. I think we're gonna call this camp for tonight. I'm gonna go kind of back here in the trees, so it is what it is. I'm tired. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap it up because it is later than I want it to be. It was a good day. I'm really glad I came down and did reconnect with the CDT because this section of trail was actually really pretty. I don't know what the Mount Taylor alternate looked like, but yeah, I was glad to do it. I saw a ton of aspens. It was pretty easy trail, which I was thankful for. Even though I did over 18 miles today, really only 11 of those counted like as making progress towards Grant. So I'm gonna have to do some big days the next 3 days in order to kind of make up for lost time these last 2 days. So I'm gonna hit the sack, but thank you guys for being here. I would really appreciate if you leave a comment. Let me know how you're liking the videos, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.